How's it going, guys? Bring your platoon here, and welcome back to another great game in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition. Today I'm going to be playing in the Tier 6 medium British tank, the Firefly. And as you can see from the very beginning, I did 3-mark this vehicle. Not that hard to 3-mark, actually. It's all about positioning and getting damage and making sure you have support and not overcommitting, although I guess that could be said about a numerous amount of other tanks. So let's just get right into it. Why do I prefer the Firefly? Well, I guess that's bad wording on my part. If you want a better gun, comparing the Tier 6 Sherman Firefly on the British line to the Easy 8 Sherman on the American line, the Sherman Firefly gets penetration, accuracy, and that's pretty much it. It's slower than the American counterpart, it's got less engine health than the American counterpart, and it's got 200 points less DPM, but it does have a much better phenomenal gun. I'm just going to compare the two really quick. The dispersion for the Firefly is 0.38. The dispersion for the Easy 8 Sherman is 0.4. The penetration for the standard AP rounds on the Firefly is 171. The standard pen for the standard AP rounds on the Sherman, American tank, is 128. Premium rounds for the Firefly, APCR, goes up to 239 millimeters of penetration. The alpha for, I might as well just go to the premium for the Sherman tank. The Sherman tank APCR only goes up to 177 millimeters of penetration. The alpha on the Sherman tank is less, even though it does shoot faster than the Firefly, but the alpha for the Sherman Firefly, the Sherman Firefly on the British line deals 150 instead of 115, which I just said. So, yeah, would you rather have a better gun for 2 tiers higher than you for dealing with tanks 2 tiers higher than you? No problem. Just load APCR and you can pen them, absolutely no problem. Or would you rather shoot faster and be able to just DPM the shit out of your enemy tanks with DPM? Yeah, I just said that twice. Whatever. Doesn't matter. The Firefly goes at 36 kilometers an hour top speed. The Sherman Easy 8 goes 400, Jesus Christ, I can't fucking talk. 48 kilometers instead of 36. So, yeah, I guess it comes down to, would you rather be faster with a less practical gun, or would you rather be slower? Neither of them really have armor, especially the Firefly. It doesn't even have a good mantlet, but at least the Easy 8 has a decent mantlet at 178, let's just say 180 millimeters of protection, but everywhere else on the Sherman is just super easy to pen, and that goes double for the, well, no, the Thunderbolt is a better tank than the standard Tier 6, but hey, that's nothing new. Wargaming, thanks. Pay to win, right? Yeah. But yeah, this tank is great. It's not very fast, but it's got a fucking great ass gun, and I love staring at IS-3s or KB-4s and just penning them over and over again. Why? Because I have 240 average pen with my APCR rounds, and go fuck yourself. A lot of people would say that it's good to snipe in this thing, and they're not wrong, because if you do get hit, there's a good chance that it's going to pen you and deal a large chunk of health to you, and you don't have that much to work with, especially when Tier 8s can hit you for 440. The Russian ones, anyway. Or Arty. Arty is this thing's worst enemy because of your mediocre armor model, but like, look at this! I'm shooting through an AT-7's front plate. No problem. Oh, it's so funny. You only get 6 degrees of gun depression on the Firefly, while the Sherman gets 12 degrees, but like, I get 3,400 damage combined in this game. It's not phenomenal. It's great, but it's like nothing history-making. But it's just, it feels so good. It really does. And if you're forced to deal with close quarters engagements with other enemy tanks, just make sure you have support with you, or duck and weave your tank. If they fire, you know you have plenty of time to aim in out of cover and hit them. And if they have a high caliber gun, there's a good chance you can shoot them twice, because this tank's reload, while it's less than the Sherman, while it's longer than the Sherman's, it's certainly not very long at like 4 seconds? A little, yeah, like 4 seconds. That's not terrible at all. Granted, I'm using the British consumable and no gun rammer, but yeah. Great gun, great tank, just don't get shot. That's really all it boils down to. This was not the third marking game. I just felt the need to show off the third mark because I probably am not going to be playing this tank for very much longer. Or at all, actually, because once you get the third mark on a tank, it's like, I can finally stop playing it, but I know I'm good enough to get it, so that's good enough for me. So yeah, got the third mark. Very happy. And it's just, it's a great tank. When you can pen everything in sight, doesn't matter if you get mixed matched with tier 8s. Just sit in the back, support your allies, and dick onto them with APCR. And I think it took 3 more games for me to 3-mark this thing, doing around like 1,500 damage, and the third mark of excellence damage needed is like 1,300, so yeah, keep that in mind. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.